I need the theme song, Derek. I need the theme song, Derek.
I like the little theme music for the.
Welcome once again, ladies and gentlemen, to another edition of Geek Culture Congress. I'm one of your hosts, as always, Louis Speedy Jr. Gonzalez, with my good friend, Mr. Actor and Comedian Extraordinaire himself, Mr. Tarek Lewis. How you doing, sir?
I'm doing good, man. The Giants are 3-1, by the way. I just want everybody to know the New York Giants, the New York Football Giants, are currently 3-1. For anyone out there who believes that in itself is science fiction, is fantasy, but it's happening in reality.
It's happening in reality. It's not a bad game, right? It's not. Yeah. You're not streaming nobody on Twitch or anything, right?
No.
Okay. Good. What's happening, everybody? Hope everybody had a at least is safe from Hurricane Ian. If you're here in the South Florida area, I hope everything went well for you, and hope you and your family are well. And everyone else, I hope everyone's starting to get their power back and everything like that in the Florida area. And everybody who's watching this worldwide on any other channel that you're watching on, welcome to Geek Culture Congress. We talk all kinds of nerdy stuff here: comic books, video games, MCU, DC, Star Wars. Well, actually, whatever is on our mind is pretty much, or whatever we feel like watching.
Yeah, and we use profanity typically.
Yes, we curse a lot. So
we curse.
And we get a corporate pass. Well, at least I do, because Tarek doesn't work for the company anymore. But he's right.
You have to tell the world that, Speedy. I gotta change my dating profile on Plenty of Fish. I gotta change everything.
Sorry, I put all your business out there.
It's out there now. I've been lying.
Sorry. It's all right. What you been watching, man?
Yo, it's crazy. I'm in a TV watchers group, and I feel like very silence in that group, because all I watch is geek stuff. I watch She-Hulk. I watch Lord of the Rings. I watch House of the Dragon, which I hate that you call it Hot D.
Hot D, baby.
Don't call it Hot D
every
no
Sunday
more.
night.
Awful name. That's
Hot D.
That's
if
what
you're
I watch.
Down with Hot D on a Sunday night, HBO Max. Come on, baby.
I can't stand you, V.
Look, I got the sexy music. I got the sexy music on for you now.
That's for Hot D.
Hot D, baby. Hot D.
How would you ride a dragon, baby?
I wish I didn't think about that when it's like, what would be the acronym for the show?
Yeah.
Hot D.
Yeah. And I also watch C. I watch C on Apple TV. I don't know if a lot of people watch it.
Was there a second season already of that one?
There's C. Yeah, second season is out. It's like,
man,
six
I need to
episodes
catch
deep.
up. I'm behind. Why don't you give us your spoiler-free review of season 2, or however how far you got into it, if you finished it?
I believe this is season 3. Don't quote me on that.
Okay.
But so far,
they
so
got
good.
2 seasons in, so I'm way behind. Man, my wife's gonna be mad at me.
Yeah. Let me be clear. I'm not sure if it's season 2 or season 1, but I mean it's season 2 or it's season 3. It's season 3.
Okay.
And episode 7 drops this Friday.
Man, I'm so excited. So I got something else to watch now.
Yeah. See, I'm actually liking it, man. I was one of those people at the end of the second season. I said they shouldn't go on. Like, this is one of those shows like, end it here. And they went on and they kept it going, and it's probably better than maybe the first season. You
think so?
Yeah.
I liked that first season. It was dope, and it left some cliffhangers for the upcoming season there. And I haven't caught up to it, but
this one may be better, or as good at least. It's intriguing. You only see the words intriguing when people are trying to win Oscars and pump their movie up, and you see Variety says intriguing.
Right.
But like this is actually, it's intriguing. It's like, the development of like what happened if everyone was blind, and then some sighted people with sight started to develop. Mm-hmm. Like what would happen? That part has been very intriguing, and I'm very pleased with the way they played up on it, because I thought they kind of like wore it out. I was like, okay, we get it, they're blind. Some people can see.
Afraid. It's like, dang, how many seasons are they going to get out of the show? Because the concept, it's a little, I guess the first season was dope, was great, and I love the way it ended and everything. But
now maybe after this season it should be over, but this season right now, listen, it's episode 6, which I have not seen episode 6, so don't quote me, but I've seen episodes 1 through 5, and I'm like, okay. Okay,
Okay.
I'm feeling this. I'm kind of liking C.
All right. All right. All right.
It's keeping Jason Momoa in shape to be Aquaman, so he can like loaf like we all do. Yeah, I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying C.
So I need to catch up. I need to catch up on the scene. I recommend it as well, ladies and gentlemen. Especially if you haven't even watched this first season. The whole show is dope. See, Jason Momoa. And I don't want to spoil anything else if somebody comes back or anything. All right, there you go.
Yeah.
Let's get into. I was waiting for the other guys to show up. We all agreed on 9 p.m. Right? It was a new shot. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're used to watching us on 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on the live feed, the live channels, we decided to switch it up because we got lives too.
Yeah. When you don't really get any messages, that's how you know no one gives a shit. No one.
Yeah.
When you get any messages.
Oh man, we'll have to find some new co-hosts if we can't do this 9 o'clock. Just kidding. It's just me and you, Tarek. That's all we need. Okay.
No, we need Joey and Michaela.
Yeah.
Just all. Well, we haven't seen Rich in 7 years or so.
Yeah, he left and never came back.
Yeah.
I don't know what you did to him. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, we're here. We're here to talk about what's hot, and I'll tell you what's really hot is that Wakanda Forever final trailer. It is on YouTube right now. I'm not even gonna run it because Disney will snipe this live feed, I'm sure. And but trust me, it's worth your time, ladies and gentlemen. What an epic! I mean, sometimes people, sometimes the guys that make the trailers make a better trailer than the actual movie. You know what I mean? Like they get paid to do that, to hype it up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I understand what you're saying.
But I'd be really surprised if this movie doesn't live up to the hype, man. It just looks so beautiful. The premise of the plot is so awesome. I mean, I don't have nothing bad to say about anything that I've seen so far.
Yeah, no, it looks phenomenal. To be honest, and I'm very surprised at how great it looks.
Yeah.
Because not because I thought it was going to be bad, but it's just because the expectations are so big,
Right,
and I'm like, I've never seen a trailer change minds that fast. Like I was kind of like, well, how are they going to do this T'Challa thing? Like, what are they going to do? Who's going to be new Black Panther? Are they going to put wings on this motherfucker's foot? Are they going to put wings on his feet? You know what I mean? Like, I'm like, wings on the feet. Even it looks corny in comic books. Like when they put wings on the feet of Namor, and I'm seeing the wings on the feet, and I just accepted it. I just accepted this, very masculine Colombian man flying around with wings on his feet.
I guess they're not calling it Atlantis, where he's from either.
It doesn't sound like they are.
Yeah,
they probably have an issue with Disney, with DC, where they can't call it Atlantis.
Right.
That's because, or maybe it's just a business decision. Like we know that the next Aquaman film is going to be called Throne of Atlantis. You know what I mean, or whatever.
Right,
we don't want to.
I think they want to have a couple degrees of separation from what that is. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So, a very impressive trailer. Again, Angela Bassett seems like she's gonna kill in this role. Yeah, she seems like she's gonna kill in this role. Like, you know what I noticed though? Even though not a big spoiler, but like even though we see Shuri in the uniform in the Black Panther costume, not a lot of her in the trailer.
No, there's not.
Not a lot of her in the trailer. So it seems like it's more about Wakanda. And it brings up a great point: is that we know that other people can get the Black Panther, can get the herb,
right?
To get the abilities. And we see Shuri, show up in the Black Panther costume at the end, and she looks great in it. And does she get the abilities, or does she use her technological prowess?
Yeah, maybe it's a little bit of both
to make up for that. And we never. There's no reason to believe that she can't fight.
Oh yeah, no, definitely she's trained.
She's definitely trained. So there's no reason to believe she can't fight. But it didn't feature it. Wakanda Forever is a great title because it seems like it's about the world of Wakanda, and I think it's going to be a great tribute to Chadwick Boseman also. And I like again the display of Namor and what little we saw of well, I'm assuming it's Riri Williams as Ironheart.
Right.
The little we saw looks great.
I think
Look great. I would love to see how that plays into Armor Wars. Maybe we'll talk about that later.
Yeah.
But
Oh no, but there you go. That's a good segue because they just announced that originally Armor Wars was going to be a Disney Plus show, and now it is being developed as a theatrical movie now. So what does that tell you, Tarek, from the
first of all,
a writing standpoint or producing standpoint?
I'm happy. First of all, damn the writing. I'm happy that an actor with a similar hairline as mine is getting their chance to like helm an action film. You know, me and Don Cheadle, same hairline, not the same age, same hairline. One of my favorites, somebody who's inspired me as a short black man with, you know, an awkward musculature. You know, like I admire Don Cheadle on all facets of life. So it's great to see that he's going to get the film. I like Armor Wars more as a film idea.
I do too. I like the idea.
Because I think on series, people they tend to stretch things out.
Yeah,
they don't need to be. So I think it's a great it being a movie. Excuse me, is a great follow up to what happened to Tony. What happened with Tony? Like what the world will be like. We got some of that in Spider-Man, of course, but now we're getting it. Now we'll get it with this film. So I think that's great.
I'm super excited. I think it's going to be awesome as a theatrical movie, and they could do the, you know, because when you consume it like we are consuming She-Hulk right now on Disney Plus, it's kind of like, you know, you get a little bit, and then, you know, the wait for next week effect, which is cool. But you know, sometimes you want the whole buffet, you know what I mean? I guess, or you know, you want to consume the product a little different sometimes. So I like that they're breaking it up now with a theatrical release. You know, it seemed like all these really juicy stuff was coming out to be Disney Plus, and it's kind of like, okay, but you know, I kind of miss the movies, man. You know?
Yeah, well, I think She-Hulk works better as a series.
Yeah.
I don't know if we'd be hyped for that movie.
No, I think it's definitely better as the way it's being presented right now as a series. Definitely.
Yeah.
Especially with the direction that they want to take with it. So.
Yes.
Yeah. Let's transition right now to She-Hulk, ladies and gentlemen. If you feel like you want to comment, be a part of the show, let us know what you think about anything Nerdum, Marvel, DC, Star Wars, or think we're missing out on something. We ain't talking about something you want to talk about. By all means, mention it right there in the comments, and we will talk about it. All right, and we will share it with everybody. Your thoughts, okay? All right. She-Hulk. Did you enjoy this week's episode? I thought it was I thought it was interesting. You know,
I'm low key enjoying She-Hulk.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
I thought it was interesting. I didn't dislike it.
Yeah, I enjoy it. You know what it reminds me? It reminds me of Peacemaker.
Fair enough.
It reminds me of Peacemaker, and I enjoy Peacemaker. I think it's I find She-Hulk entertaining.
Yeah.
The show. I find the show entertaining. I don't take it too seriously, and I don't think it takes itself seriously.
Yeah.
And I think the performances are good. I mean, I kind of want to see her fight someone at some point, you know.
Well, she technically did.
Yeah, Titania, that wasn't really a fight, you know what I mean? And just like some regular, she fought a couple of dudes that me and you probably had to fight in high school. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
Like,
I get it. There's not a high enough threat level for her power level.
Yeah.
That she's had to face in the show. It's been more.
Yeah, like it's some
more
point
of a joke. Like, really, I'm fighting you? Maybe the demons. Maybe the demons in you know, maybe it might have been close.
Yeah,
to the
at
power
some
level.
point, is she going to fight Abomination? Like, is that going to happen? You know what I'm saying? Like, you kind of want to see. I kind of now want to see Abomination.
Yeah.
The way that Tim Roth is playing it. I don't know if he likes to be called Timothy or Tim. The way that he's playing it, like, I kind of want to see him break out and be Abomination for some, you know,
for a moment,
for some reason. Yeah, for a moment. Is that going to happen? You know, I don't know. But as for what it is, it's cool.
Yeah, I think well, as far as like the way that the plot is going right now, I don't know if they're gonna have conflict like that because it seems like they're buddy buddy.
Yeah, no, but he may come and help her at some point. I don't know.
Yeah, yeah,
They
yeah,
may not fight, but she doesn't Hulk out as she says
right,
a
right,
whole
right.
lot
Yeah,
on the show.
yeah.
I mean, she's always She-Hulk, but she doesn't Hulk out a lot.
Yeah, so help me out. We'll look into a little bit of spoiler thing for She-Hulk right now. But in the last episode, we got introduced to a bunch of I like to call the C&D list of Marvel comics.
Yeah,
Porcupine Man.
Porcupine Man, and I think Seraphim is actually a legit threat.
Yeah, yeah, and I think and that was interesting. That was an interesting little Easter egg for what's coming for Blade. And all
Yeah.
that stuff. Yeah, yeah, that was interesting that they did that. That's kind of cool that they're doing like little things like that, like messing with people. You know what I mean? Like, oh yeah, Blade, you hype about Blade? We're gonna mess with you with this. You know? Hype about Daredevil? Here's a little headgear. You know?
Well, who did Daredevil make remind you of? Like, who was?
We mean the Daredevil, the little,
Oh, just
saying that
the
little
helmet.
Easter eggs,
Okay.
little Easter eggs and little things that they like to put in the show. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah,
For more the comic nerds than anything. Of course,
Yeah.
we're gonna get Daredevil eventually, at least by the end of the show.
yeah.
But I just think it was interesting. I think it's not really like there's not much nerd stuff to talk about. It's kind of like it's a lot of character development. Her going through,
Yes.
it is. There's also the underlying plot of them trying to steal her blood, which is also interesting because I'm rewatching Captain America, and I rewatched The Incredible Hulk, and the blood thing's important.
Yeah.
Yeah, like it's important. Like it's important to the Incredible Hulk thing because the guy the guy who turns into the leader at the end of the movie.
Yes.
I forget his name now. I forget what the character's name now is. But he he's always talking about the blood in the movie and how this and that and stuff like that and how it's comparable to like what they were trying to work with Captain America, and then I was rewatching Captain America, and they're all about the blood and the DNA and the genetics and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
that's like it seems like that's an underlying plot that kind of Kevin Feige has like in all these shows as far as like the super soldier serum or superpowers that from changing a normal human to something else. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And that's interesting because they're gonna do the vampire thing and all that stuff. So I don't want to go down the black hole with it, but
Yeah, I know how you are, Speedy.
Yeah.
You can't just find the finger. You got to dig up the whole body.
Yeah. We're gonna stop there. I'm gonna put the show to the side right now. Talk about a little more about.
But I don't recall him getting the blood. I recall him getting some information off of her phone.
Yeah, but he sent. But he. We just jumped like through the whole episode to the end there. But but he. I don't know if he sent a text to somebody and he put the blood emoji or whatever or the needle emoji. We didn't see him on the camera. We didn't see him. We didn't see him do it.
Yeah, he did. He did put the blood. He did put the needle, the blood
from
thing.
From that text, I was like, oh damn, maybe he got her blood or he got her.
Yeah,
her
and
DNA.
maybe.
I mean,
we didn't see him do that. He just took a picture of her and was kind of like hulking out. Yeah.
Yeah, they did do the cheeky cheeky bang bang. So,
Yeah. Speedy, you're an adult male. You can say sex. You can say the word. You can say the word. Like it's okay.
This show's great for punchlines. It's gonna have a bunch of highlights for the promos now.
Yeah, your grandson's not in there. You can say the word sex, Speedy. You got a whole family over there.
He picks up all kinds of curse words, bro. It's crazy right now.
People know what you're doing, dog. You got a whole family over there.
But you'd be crazy about all the curse words my grandson picks up. Oh my god.
Oh, I can imagine, man.
Yeah, man, it's crazy. Ladies and gentlemen, you feel like talking about She-Hulk or anything else we think we're forgetting about here on the show, feel free to chime in on the comments there in wherever you're watching us. You're watching us on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, whatever you're watching us on, okay? And you be part of the show, man. This is what we call it, Geek Culture Congress, because there's a Congress. There's a bunch of us, and we're all passionate about all this stuff. So
yeah, there's a bunch of us that don't agree, and we never get anything done.
That's it.
That's why we're at Geek Culture Congress.
Yeah.
Put that in the promo, Speedy.
Yeah, there you go. That's gonna go too. We got like 5 of them already. It's not like what it's more a lot of character development. A lot of her getting over her fears and anxiety, I guess.
Yeah.
And mental blocks or I guess whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, I like the
Mm-hmm.
uh, as a fan of art.
Mm-hmm.
I like
Yes,
that.
sir.
We're coming back to in the first episode or so where Bruce is kind of explaining to her, we're like, yeah, well, you got to have the dual personality thing. Like that's a problem.
Mm-hmm.
And she's kind of like, oh no, this is easy. I can do both things. I think what we're seeing is the manifestation of like, well, you can't really do both things.
Right.
You can't really have this normal life that you have. Like I'm glad that you can physically
Exactly.
do it, but you can't really be
Mm-hmm.
um, this thing and
Exactly.
not have any effect on you. And we're seeing throughout the show, we're seeing the manifestations of why you
Mm-hmm.
can't just do that.
Right. And then,
I think it's interesting. There's a lot of people who are detractors who would say, well, this is like feminist propaganda or whatever they say. But I think what we're
I
seeing
don't
is
think so.
that no, I don't think so either.
I don't think so. Yeah.
I don't think so either. I think it's just a story, and you have to acknowledge that
Yeah.
it's her fucking name is She-Hulk.
Yep. She's a super powered weapon celebrity walking around society.
Yeah, just trying to live her life. So yeah,
Just trying
like
to live her
some of the
life.
stuff
Yeah. So
is, you know,
yeah.
listen, if it was called Negro Hulk, if it was like Black Hulk, and he had an afro and a pick, I wouldn't be like, well, we got to. It's not about him being black. Like, no, it's important that it's important.
It'd
Like
be hard, right?
have
Hard sell.
he needs to have boiled peanuts and drink a cognac every once in a while with his
But
family.
I think it's very interesting. Like her friends find that site, that like superhuman hating site, you know,
Yeah,
and they're like, like putting like death threats and stuff like that on there, and she don't even know about it. You know what I mean? And it's like
yeah,
it's just like so many cause and effect things of what her powers are, and being public like that are causing, and also in her real life, and I guess
yeah.
that's what that guy, that dude that slept with her and ghosted her, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I guess he's part of that organization, maybe.
Or he's just a dickhead.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe.
I think that it's good to see that dynamic play out, because what happened with Bruce was that his was all rage.
Mm-hmm.
Like his dark side was all rage.
Right.
And what happens with She-Hulk is that she's a woman who's had to always
And always deal with her rage in some way.
she can't show rage, or she's always had to compensate for that.
Right.
Where Bruce is the scientist who always stayed to himself and kept things to himself. So his thing manifested itself as pure rage until he learned how to balance it. For hers, she didn't have to learn how to balance it. It was like, well, like she said, I've been balancing it all my life.
Mm-hmm.
But she's finding out the other side to that is that you are powerful and stronger than everyone, and sometimes we just want you for that. So it gives a great breakdown into the psychology of these heroes. There's a reason Thor got fat.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. We just got the fast version of it.
You just got the fast version of it. Yeah. So I think She-Hulk.
See about getting the fast version of things. It's time to talk about that. HOTD. There you go.
Why is that the fast version? I'm glad you changed that, by the way. Thank you.
House of the Dragon, ladies and gentlemen, the most probably watched show right now in all of fandom and TV right now. How you feel about the show before we start spoiling the last episode?
I think it's excellent.
Yeah, you think it's excellent?
I think it's excellent, and I may I hop on the House of the Dragon wiki or Game of Thrones wiki fandom page to see how it compares, and I'm like, oh, they're changing some stuff.
Yeah.
They're definitely changing some stuff.
I think supposedly in the book, we're gonna spoil it right away, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, so you're not caught up on House of the Dragon. Now's the time to come back another day. Okay, all right. So, I guess that part where her husband is murdered, quote unquote.
Yeah.
Like in the book, you just assume that he's murdered. You don't see that all this extracurricular activity that we see in the show.
Yeah. It's just rumors.
Yeah.
It's just rumors, and they talk about it in this episode, like, oh, it's the curse of Harrenhal.
Mm-hmm. Got two. What else did I got? Your Wi-Fi tweaked out there.
Don't blame me.
No, I know. I am blaming you.
That's not me.
It's the Bright House or I forget. I got what they call it now.
Frontier, Spectrum.
Frontier and
don't disrespect that brand. But this curse of Harrenhal that they talk about. They talk about that in this episode.
Yes.
And I think I spoke about it in the previous one that they used to bring that up on the previous on Game of Thrones. They would say Harrenhal is cursed, and definitely in the books they talk about the curse of Harrenhal. I like that they referenced that. Another thing I really liked about this episode, just dragons just chilling.
Yeah.
Dragons just sitting around like.
He's like, leave me alone, man.
Like just dogs in the yard.
Mm-hmm.
Just chilling, and then like not a big deal. Not a big deal. Like, okay, there's dragons. So this ominous threat that we always felt in Game of Thrones, and like who's going to be whatever, that's not there right now. Like who's going to win this war? It's really a soap opera.
Yeah, it absolutely is, and I think we're better for it, man.
I think so too.
Acting, and it's the gravitas. You feel the gravitas of the show. There you go. You feel the tension and the suspense, and like, oh dang, okay, even though it's kind of obvious, you're like, okay, he's probably gonna hook up with the uncle, things like that. But then, it's more than that. You know what I mean? So that's what makes the show special right now. So it's definitely a good watch. Would you say it's better than Game of Thrones right now? The original Game of Thrones?
No.
Okay.
No.
Game of Thrones is
that's too much to say.
All right. I say even with the what do they call that? The controversial season ending, I still think Game of Thrones is definitely a superior product right now. I just think it's just it's that's the story that we all here for, or we all came for, But,
the first 5 seasons of Game of Thrones were some of the best in television.
Yeah, definitely.
Like each week, it was like, wow.
Yeah.
While I'm curious what's going to happen next week on this.
Yeah, I think the niceties are going to be done next week.
Yeah,
I think that's where we're going to get the viciousness now.
Yeah, and seeing those kids, there's a lot of parallels if you watch it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So Cersei's not the most vicious queen ever. You know what I mean? Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, the parentage of children has always mattered. Okay. People have always had bastard children that they try to pass off as the real thing. Like, oh, some people always wanted power.
Yep.
So I forget. I can't. Corlys Velaryon, black dude with the dreads. The main black dude with the dreads.
The Driftwood people.
The Driftwood, the Driftmark, yeah.
The Driftmark people, there you go.
Driftmark people. He says, he was like, nothing matters. He said, the lineage doesn't matter. He said, the name matters.
Yep.
And that's why we got so wrapped into Game of Thrones. It was like, are you a Stark? Are you with the Martells? Are you with the Baratheons? And these names are popping around.
But it's also a funny thing, too, because they all, inbred each other. Like, the blood is not pure, even between, like, multiple houses. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, so by the time Game of Thrones comes around, who's really a Stark and who's really you know what I mean?
Yeah,
you know
they keep mixing.
It's all just about where you're born at that point.
Yeah, it's all these weird alliances, man. It's like World War I.
Yeah.
It was like, oh, you attack Serbia? Okay. Yeah. Well, guess what? You're fighting Russia now, motherfucker.
Here's a rifle. Go.
So, I'm laughing about World War I like millions of people didn't die.
I know, right?
What a reference. That's awful. But I think House of Dragon is being very, very well done. And it's not the same as the book. So if it gets bad at some point, I don't want people saying, well, they went away from the book. It's way different than the book.
Ladies and gentlemen. You can read that book right now.
You can go read that book and be done with it.
You could be audible. You could audible it.
Yeah, but it's very interesting to see. And I think the acting performances all around are very good.
Yeah.
They're excellent acting performances.
Yeah, no, so definitely there's gonna be. I mean, I think the conflict is with the children more. Like I think the war is gonna be, the children are the hotheads. You know?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, and especially now, like now there's beef. You know what I mean? Like now it's serious. Like like you took my eye, you took my mom's dragon. You know what I
yeah.
mean? So like it don't
I
even
mean,
care
I
what the
wouldn't
parents
trust.
want.
I personally wouldn't trust a 12-year-old.
With the most powerful dragon in the land? Probably not.
What the fuck happened to you? You know what I mean? What
Yeah.
scares you so much that you survived?
Yeah.
You know.
Mhm. That's true.
So
That
I
is
think it's a
true.
great show.
Yeah, man. If you're missing out, ladies and gentlemen, on Hot D, House of the Dragon, go watch it, man. Great stuff. Good stuff
And I
every
would
week.
say, would you say you don't have to have watched Game of Thrones
No.
to watch House of the Dragon?
Hey, yeah, no, you don't. But you
It
will
adds.
appreciate a little bit of the. Trying to think of a big word here. Help me out, Tarek.
You already said
Um,
gravitas, and you
no.
fucked that. I don't. I feel like you should just quit while you're.
Try the word when when things circle around. That's what I'm trying to think about.
Okay. I want to say callback, but that's a comedian. That's a comedian phrase. That's not.
Oh man, House of the Dragon, good stuff on TV. Let's talk about the big announcement that rocked the internet while Florida was dealing with the hurricane. Ryan Reynolds decided to get on Instagram and shock the world with the
Yes.
announcement that rocked the world, ladies and gentlemen. We will get Deadpool 3 starring Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman reprising his role as Wolverine officially in the MCU.
Yes.
That's what I took from it, right? I mean, do you understood you understood it the same way I did?
Yeah. I would take it the same way. Yeah.
Yeah. So, let the speculation begin.
I
What I
think
mean?
that
What's it gonna be about?
I'm gonna say this. I think that the combination of Deadpool and Cable and Deadpool 2 is highly underrated. I think Deadpool 2 is a highly underrated comic book film. It's possibly in my top 5 comic book films. It was so good.
I enjoy that movie a lot. I enjoy both of
Yeah.
them, but I really enjoyed Deadpool too. Oh, you froze there, or in your ah. So you got to repeat that thought when you come back, when the internet decides
Yeah.
to let you come back.
I should be back. I got my little
There you
message.
go.
It should
All
be
right,
Cable. If it's Cable, Deadpool, and Wolverine,
Mhm.
it would be amazing.
Oh
I
yeah,
don't know if that's gonna happen.
I think that's gonna happen. I don't see why not.
Yeah.
I mean,
And if they throw in Sabretooth, it's gonna be amazing.
wow.
Um, but I'm hyped about it. I mean, I saw some people who were saying like, "Yo, you basically lied. You said that you weren't going to do Wolverine again," and it's like, Megan changed his mind.
Technically, he's not doing Wolverine again. Technically,
Yeah, it was like 4 years ago when he said
so
that. Like,
no,
this is the end.
it's a different Wolverine. He's doing something
Yeah,
different.
he can change his mind. I'm curious to see how they play with Deadpool and the multiverse stuff.
Right.
That'll be interesting. But yeah, I think it's going to be. I'm excited about it. I'm excited about it because Hugh Jackman seems excited about it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It seems like Ryan Reynolds really convinced him to do it, and he's excited about it. And he already looks in shape. Like if you look in the videos, now he's not like somebody who like gets out of shape. He already looks pretty in shape.
Yeah, he looks pretty diesel right now. He looks like he's ready to cut some scenes.
Yeah. So I think it's a great announcement.
I think it's great too, man. I think it's definitely we're gonna get that just the same way. We got Professor Xavier in Multiverse of Madness. I mean, technically, it wasn't the same universe, but you got him in an MCU movie. You got Patrick Stewart in an MCU movie, even though it was very small and I mean. I appreciate it. I appreciate the effort, and I think it's going to be a great movie. I think it's going to be fun. They're going to be doing some multiverse hijinkses, and I think it's going to have everything that all the Deadpool fans want, and I think it's going to be great.
And if they tie that Wolverine into that Professor X,
Oh
That'd be
yeah,
cool too.
that'd be interesting if they did that. That'd be very
Yeah.
interesting. I think that'd be dope. I think a real.
Everybody wants to. Let's be honest. Everybody wants to see the X-Men. Like, that's what we're all waiting for. Like Fantastic Four, mumbo jumbo. People kind of care, but like we really just want to see the X-Men.
Yeah.
So
it's kind of like
you know,
it's kind of like like that franchise team that always loses, but now got some good players.
yeah,
And might make it. That's
Yeah.
kind of like Fantastic Four. It's like, okay,
yeah,
we got
yeah.
some good coaches now. We got some good players. What can they do now? You know what I mean?
They're the Bengals, but we really want to see the Chiefs win. I think for the Bengals, but really just kind of want to see the Chiefs play. Like that's what we want to see. So, I think it's a great announcement. That's a great way to keep the hype up. And I think Marvel is very aware. We've seen that Marvel will change casting based off of fan reactions recently, or Disney will, let me say.
Right.
And I think it seems like they're giving Ryan Reynolds a little bit of a leash here. And Ryan Coogler, I will say that. Ryan Coogler, too. They're probably giving him a little bit of leash to say, okay, you know what you're doing. Go do it. And that's probably attributed to Kevin Feige. This is what DC has a problem with. Too many heads trying to say what they should do and not letting the creators do what they want to do. And I think Kevin Feige is kind of giving him his leash and said, all right, let them do what they want to do. And I think that's why when you do that, you get better product. So we'll see how Deadpool will be. I don't think Ryan Reynolds would let it be bad.
No, absolutely not. No. He's too passionate about the project to let it.
He was almost born to play Deadpool.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Definitely. I'm super hype about that. Like, I could care. I care less about anything else except for Wakanda Forever and that right now. To be honest with you.
You care less about
unless I see something else. There's the Disney Plus shows. We've already seen some trailers for that and new stuff. But like, I'm super excited just off that announcement, that last final trailer for Wakanda Forever. Like, I'm hyped now.
Yeah. At some point, they're going to do Spider-Man Home Alone, and it's just going to be some burglars breaking into Tom Holland's house. But
talking about some criminal elements. Have you been watching Andor, Star Wars stuff?
I have been watching Andor. I am actually in the middle of the most recent episode.
Okay.
I've not finished it yet.
What's your hot take right now? What's your rating of Andor right now? As far as
Andor it's not similar in style or pace or anything, but it reminds me of She-Hulk, where it's like, okay, this is a suspense drama.
Right.
This is a suspense drama, not typically a science fiction film.
Right.
This is a suspense drama. Minus the incest, Andor is a lot closer to House of the Dragon than it is to Obi-Wan. You know what I mean?
As far as maybe like tone and seriousness, yeah, sure.
Yeah, it's more about, again, the word intrigue. It's more about intrigue and, but I'm enjoying it. Again, I think the performances are good. I think Star Wars with the series has been doing better with building that universe than the films did. So they're making that universe, to me, they're making that universe a lot bigger. Now you have some legit, like we got, what do you call them, the sweaties, Speedy? You got the sweaties who have read the Star Wars comic, the Star Wars comic.
The sweaties will clap at you.
The graphic novels, the outside of the canon novels, who already feel like the universe has been built. But for me, someone who's only glanced at those things and looked them up on, Star Wars Wikipedia, to me, it's like, okay, this is a really good universe building thing. So I'm enjoying it.
So my experience was this, and I guess I messed it up because I watched the first episode and I was like, I'm going to sleep. I was like, okay. And then I guess I realized after the third episode why they released 3 episodes together.
Yes.
Yeah, because the first 2 episodes are a lot of character building and setting up for what happens in the final third series. So if you gave it a chance, ladies and gentlemen, you only watched the first episode, go ahead and finish at least the first 3 before you decide you're going to check in or check out on the show. Okay.
Yeah. No, I definitely fell asleep during the first episode.
Ah, dang.
And I thought,
I think I need to rewatch the first episode because I was kind of like, what is going on?
Yeah, no, I had to rewatch. I had to rewatch everything because I thought that maybe I could just watch this and be so entertained that I wouldn't fall asleep, and I fell asleep. And then I rewatched them, which is why I'm on the new episode. I'm like, okay, no, I got it. When you watch them in concert, like together, it's a lot better. But again, I think better as a series than it would be as a film.
Okay, fair enough. I need to catch up. I haven't watched the last episode yet, so a recent one. So I'm glad you're in the middle of it and didn't spoil it for me. So there, boom. So we won't spoil anything. Andor.
Yeah, I have no idea what's going on.
Yeah, that's fine.
I think if in another world, we should call Andor Latinos in space because I like.
Somebody was complaining. I saw somebody complaining about there's no indigenous people and add that to my list of indigenous people in Star Wars. I'm like, yeah, every freaking planet that they go to.
How do you not know how to say indigenous? It's part of your heritage, Speedy. Are you not done an ancestry DNA.com?
Indigenous.
What the fuck is going on? You can say Chewbacca fine, but can't say indigenous.
Chewbacca, yeah. Or Kashyyyk.
Yeah, well, that's a bad thing to say because every episode they go back to his roots, where he's on this place where there's nothing but indigenous people.
Yeah.
Like every episode they flash back to that. So how do they? Where's that complaint coming from?
Yeah. I just saw somebody was like, "Oh, there's no indigenous people in Star Wars." I was like, you know when you want to get in the comments, like that meme, like,
yeah. Yeah, what are the Ewoks?
I had to hold back. What
are the Ewoks but indigenous people?
Yeah. The Ewoks are carnivores, by the way.
And they definitely they're cannibals. They definitely eat
cannibals.
people.
They eat people.
Yeah. They're definitely murderers.
They tried to mess with kids with the Ewok shows, but
Yeah, no, they're definitely a dangerous.
Yeah. Definitely a dangerous group of animals. Okay, be careful.
Yeah. No. Yeah, if they do a sequel to Dahmer, it'll just be Ewoks. It'll just be Ewoks on it.
Yeah, that'll be dope. I said, oh man, I gotta tell you before we sign off, brother. I watched Tekken.
Did you finally watch Tekken? Okay.
I finally watched Tekken, man. Really freaking good, man. I really like the way they did it. I was like, how am I gonna handle the demon thing?
Yeah.
And it was just well done, man. Well done. Even all the way through the end. Like, wow, man. Just good stuff, man. Really good stuff.
Yeah, I thought the fights looked like the fights on the video game.
Yeah, like the video game. Yeah, that was cool. But just the plot was dope, I mean, it's an animated show, What more do you expect? But really well done. Especially if you're a fan of Tekken. Oh, man, we'll watch it, man. You're really doing yourself injustice by not watching it, okay? Go watch it.
Yeah, I was a little hurt that there's not more Yoshimitsu. That's my favorite character.
Oh, he might make an appearance. You never know. In the next season,
he made a slight appearance, but I don't think Eddie either. There was no Eddie.
Yeah,
or maybe he was.
Law was missing too. They said the original what the wrestler guy was his name?
King.
Yeah, King. They said the original King is missing.
Yeah,
a bunch of people. So we'll see. We'll see how they loop that around.
Yeah. What about before we sign off, Lord of the Rings? Are you watching that? The Rings of Power?
Man. I'm not. Tell me all about it.
No.
It's like no.
No. It's
a show that you're not watching right now either?
I'm watching it.
Yeah.
I'm watching it, but there's also nothing to say.
Oh, dang. So you mean we had more substance to talk about on She-Hulk than about your Lord of the Rings show you watched?
Absolutely. It's just to me it seems like world building to this point. Like we know this big threat is Sauron.
Right.
And it's trying to figure out who's Sauron, where is he, what's going on, what's his plot. They developed a lot more in this last one and had some good fight scenes.
Mm-hmm.
But you still don't know anything yet, So there's nothing to report. It's not a bad watch.
How many episodes have gone by now? With the status?
I think we're on 7. This next week will be episode 7. So it's been 6 episodes.
Holy moly, guacamole.
Yeah.
That's a lot of episodes without any plot.
Yeah. No, nothing has happened. I mean, people have moved around.
Football moving,
Yeah.
Got to move the chains a little bit, right?
Yeah, people have moved around and done stuff, but you know, it hasn't like, oh
Damn.
man, you got like the intrigue again. The suspense is not there. It's like, okay,
Wow. That's
they're
incredible.
definitely bleeding this out for 3 seasons. I could tell you that.
Oof. 3 seasons. 3 seasons
It's
of Game of
definitely going to
Thrones
be a 3 seasons
returns.
because they're not going to
Good
fight
Lord.
this Sauron person. There's no rings yet. They haven't made the.
Wow. Yeah, they haven't made the rings yet, obviously. Yeah, because it's a prequel to everything.
So,
Yeah. Interesting. Very interesting, man.
and
Mm.
and and of course the Handmaid's Tale has returned,
Oh, I didn't even know that.
which hopefully that's fiction.
Hopefully.
Hopefully that's
Hopefully
science
that stays
fiction.
fiction. Yeah.
I hope that doesn't.
Jesus.
We'll see in November
uh,
whether that's science fiction or not. But I'm hoping the Handmaid's Tale stays science fiction. So that has returned, and that's been pretty good.
Oh man, excellent, man. So I think we hit everything we want to talk about today. I wish the guys could have joined us today, but it's all good. Our new time, ladies and gentlemen, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Geek Culture Congress signing off for today. If you're so inclined to just listen to us in the audio format, by all means, listen to our podcast version, audio version, on your Spotify, Apple Podcasts, wherever you listen to your podcasts. Geek Culture Congress podcast. Thank you so much, Mr. Tarek Lewis. Tell everyone who on the video, they can follow you right there, ladies and gentlemen. He says it right there. My name is Tarek.
My name is Tarek right there. But on the audio, my name is Tarek at Instagram and at YouTube. Also, that's Speedy, right. You can't change the show time to 9 o'clock to rub your eye like you look tired. It looks bad. You look.
No, I'm good. I'm on caffeine. It's all good.
Yeah, you DJ till like 5 o'clock in the morning. You should be okay.
Yeah. I'm good.
Okay.
Trust me. It's the light in here. I need to change the lights in here. It's making my eyes squinty eyed. See. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Of course, you can follow me at DJ Speedy JR, all the socials. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. So next week we'll come out with more House of the Dragon, She-Hulk, and everything else that's happening, Andor, and whatever else crazy. Oh man, there was a new trailer for Black Adam, man. Very quick, Black Adam. You feeling the hype or still off the train?
I kind of like that new trailer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like the new trailer too. It was kind of.
I don't think it's going to be a great film, but I think it'll be entertaining.
I think it'll be entertaining. I think
it'll be entertaining.
They can't throw up a dud.
I didn't hate Shazam.
Right.
I just wasn't a big fan. I think this will be better than. I think I'll enjoy this more than Shazam.
All right, fair enough.
Yeah.
So,
but hey, I like Scorpion King. Scorpion King. My standards are as high as everybody.
You're a rock fan, bro. You're a rock fan.
I'm in there. I'm in there for rock Kevin Hart films. I'm here for it.
You're right with Dwayne Johnson. It's okay.
Yeah.
It's all good. I like him. He's a good guy. All right, ladies and gentlemen, have a good one. Have a good rest of your week. We'll see you again Monday. Signing off, Geek Culture Congress. Be safe, everybody. Good night.
Peace.
Peace.